Men going their own way are replacing women.
So, this is AI. Look at this. This is really good. We're so fucked.
Men going their own way are replacing women. So, guys, things are moving fast. You have a group of guys who want to separate themselves socially, financially, and economically from relationships and the state. And with the major advances that we're now seeing in technology, they are able to do just that. Watch it in this video to fully understand how men going their own way are replacing women and the implications this will have for women going forward. Now let's just go ahead and jump into the video. It's from Asmold. You can find his channel linked in the description so you can go and support him.
So, this is AI. Look at this. This is really good. We're so fucked. These are the premium girlfriends that we were talking about before. That's incredible. No way, that's not AI? Oh, it is. Keep in mind, this is the worst it's ever going to be. It's never going to be worse than it is right now. So this is another AI. Look at this. Does she have an OnlyFans? She will soon. Where's my cat girl? I think it's coming sooner than what you think. They can even make their own timestamps and everything now. That's right. It's AI? No, it's just the way it is now. What are we watching? You're watching you're watching our destiny.
You know, guys, that actually looks like a scene out of the movie WallE. So you basically had a bunch of really overweight people. Humanity basically went to hell due to overconsumption, and you basically had then a bunch of really overweight people that were constantly stuck or are basically in chairs all the time, and they basically did nothing. They got no exercise. It was pretty insane. Pretty insane. They had trashed the planet, so they were living off. They were actually not living on the planet anymore. Let's see if we can grab a picture. Pull up a picture for you guys. Yeah, there's one of them. There's one of them. See these guys? You know, they were wearing these red suits, and basically artificial intelligence was doing everything for them, including making babies for them. So as far as I can tell, the babies were being developed in, you know, through in vitro fertilization, and these people could no longer walk, and they weren't very intelligent either. So yeah, they were just basically living on these ships, and the AI was also generating content for them. Yeah, yeah, like that's a reality that many of us can probably expect where things are going. You know, this is a dystopia. This is an absolute dystopia that we are looking at. You know, we have to be very, very well aware of the living hell that is coming. And, you know, it's moving rapidly. It's absolutely moving rapidly. Men, guys, with soft, coupled with soft guy era, and what women are doing in society right now, like women are literally reading books, falling in love with demons. They are falling in love with demons right now, and they are putting it out there in society. Forget about vampires. Forget about werewolves. They want actual demons.
Load of this book cover. How freaking stunning is this? This is one of those covers that the artwork is just so beautiful that I want it as artwork on one of my walls. But let's talk about the book. So this is called So Witch As We Became. I haven't read it yet, but I am obviously going to sometime soon. This is a YA horror. This is a revenge horror. And it is about a girl and her group of friends. They are in high school and they're wanting to go to a spring break vacation on this private island in Florida. But the main character, Nell, has these secrets that she brings to the island with her.
So not only are they engaging in, you know, relationships with demons, but they're also engaging in witchcraft, serious acts of witchcraft. It's an obsession with witchcraft. It's an obsession with demons. It's an obsession with evil. And they're putting it out there. They want everyone to know that they are absolutely into this stuff.
Book I never get tired of talking about is Demon Dream by Al Kaysen, so you know I had to run it back.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this one, Demon Dreams, for a while. Basically, it's about a guy named Demon. So they're also, so it's demons, witchcraft, and also human beings who are possessed by demons, or human beings who are so bad that they are named after demons or called demons. That's what women are into right now. They are basically looking at the dregs of society, the absolute worst. These are the same people who said that they would rather run into a bear in the woods than a man, and now they are choosing demons. They got tired, they got bored of the bear, so now they got bored of the bear, so now they're cheating on the bear with the demons. With the demons, y'all. This is like, what the heck? 2024 is so wild. But of course, men don't care. Men are basically out here with their soft guy era, living their best lives.
Soft guy era, ladies, so you better be ready to step it up. He needs a haircut, you better offer to pay.
Men are not playing around. Men are not playing around. Men are in their era. Men are in their era right now. Okay? That's the honest to goodness truth. Like, women don't understand what they have actually lost. And they're still out here trying to berate men, speak down to men, shame men because men are walking away. And guys, got a record number of men. Record number of men are not working anymore. And then, of course, you have women, the Fem Cells, who are just coming straight out and saying that they absolutely don't like men. You know, like they're like, oh, we hate you, but we don't hate you. In other words, we hate you. We definitely hate you, but we don't want society to come after us. You know, because, you know, in the sense that, like, oh, this is really toxic, so we're just gonna play it off like it's just like childish humor. But we absolutely hate you, and we want you to go away. We don't want you around, but, you know, we don't want to be punished. We don't want to be punished for it. We don't want to face consequences for it. For example, if there are a group of men that say the same things about women, they would be canceled immediately. But when women say it, it's okay because it's just humor, right?
I get asked on probably a daily, weekly basis what a Fem Cell is, and I never know how to answer.
So they're basically women who hate men. They're basically, it's not that they're necessarily unattractive. They basically just really, really do not like us, and they promote this. So while INCELs, they are involuntarily celibate because they say that they cannot find a woman who wants to be in a relationship with them. Fem Cells are different. They simply despise all men and actively do not want to be in a relationship with a man. Although evidently there are some Fem Cells who are in relationships, but they reject all men. So, for example, they don't like boys. They don't want to have, they don't want to have children, or if they do not want to have boys, or if they do have boys, they say that those boys are going to have to be properly indoctrinated. It's just insane, absolute stuff. And this is where society has come. And simps are basically like, men need to submit, men need to obey, men need to serve their wives, men need to sacrifice. You are not born to indulge in life. You are not born to thrive. You are born to sacrifice. If you find a woman physically attractive, you are sinning because you want someone like your mother. Your mother was an attractive woman who served you. What you should be looking for is a woman not based on not a woman who you're physically attracted to, but a woman that you can serve and obey and give everything to, and a woman who you can sacrifice for, because that will be your legacy. That will cement your legacy, a legacy of sacrifice. Guys, this is some evil stuff. All of this stuff is related to witchcraft. All of it is related to men being sacrificed, used as sacrifices for women and society. I want you guys to see it. All right, like they just, guys, they want to use us, use our souls. All right, use our bodies, use our souls to cast a big spell and use us. That's what, and use us as their their ingredients. That's all that we are to them, guys. We are nothing more than ingredients, a means to an end. It's absolutely evil, wicked, cruel, and despicable stuff.
I made an entire 30-something minute video on it, but if you don't want to sit through 30 minutes of me, which I can understand, here's the short answer. It means basically one or two things. One, A female incel, which is an involuntarily celibate, which is a woman who can't get into a relationship. Or basically, this is on Urban Dictionary, this is a long definition. Basically, just a very chronically online girl that, like, really likes certain kind of anime and kind of hates men, but they don't really hate men. We don't hate men. We love men, but they annoy us sometimes.
Yeah, they hate us. Like, she's one of, like, this. It's sick. It's really, really sick. They don't like us, but they don't want society to. They don't want society to basically shine a light on them and say that what you guys are doing is absolutely despicable, and that you're promoting something very toxic. See, guys, what this is only going to do is lead to more men walking away or going their own way, more division, and ultimately, in the coming years, extraordinary rates of poverty and destitution among these individuals, because the government can no longer subsidize them or provide everything for them, and men are not going to be doing that either. You know, women were not designed to live without men. Women were not designed to live without a husband. And ultimately, that's where things are going. When you consider that almost half of all women will be single, you know, between come 2030, you realize that it's going to be hell out there. The average man will be fine, because as long as you're out there, you're able to hustle, you're able to push forward, you'll be okay. Because men have always had to succeed if they want to survive, while women have always been able to find a man to provide for them or turn to the state. But the state is broke. The state cannot subsidize the living of women, not even a small percent of it. Of all women, no, nope. And men pay 80% of all taxes, while women make 80% of all consumer purchases. So it's actually 83% of all taxes. But I get tired of having to say it. I just like to round it out. But it's actually 83% of all taxes. So, you know, as men are walking away from the state, walking away from the job market, it's going to be hell out there. It's going to be hell, because the tax revenue is going to fall rapidly, and they cannot make men work harder than they'll actually work themselves. So it's like, you know, men are not going to work these 80-hour work weeks anymore. They're not going to be working these crazy, dangerous jobs anymore. They're not going to be doing construction anymore. A lot of guys are going to take very simple jobs, all right, work only when they have to, and that's it. And it's actually going to result in the cost of labor increasing substantially. What do I mean by this? Well, guys, one of the reasons why men basically kind of like, one of the reasons why men don't often advance sometimes, I get stuck in certain jobs and roles, is because they have families or they're working towards certain things. And when men don't have to worry about a woman and children, men can demand a lot more. Men can demand a lot more. They don't care about this job. They don't care if they lose this job. They don't have that nagging on them. They're like, you know, like, yeah, I can survive, go do some DoorDash or work some side hustles or make some money online or whatever. Or I'm making money from real estate or dividends. I don't give a damn. I can survive even if I'm not working. That's how it is for an increasing number of men. So when you have jobs, certain jobs where men can pick and choose, men are going to start making more money. Men are going to start making a lot more money, and it's a crazy evaluation. I don't believe in Gen Z. As a generation, Gen Z is done. They are done. All right. Will there be some, and the media will lie about it and say that they're doing great when they're really doing terrible. They're already being shut out almost entirely out of the job market. They're done. There's like, no, guys, like, we're not exaggerating. It's like, oh, you're giving up on them, bro. Like, most employers are not hiring them. But there's articles all over the place why employers don't hire a Gen Z. They're done, and they're not trying to do anything as a generation to fix this, and they're aging horribly. But for most other men, it's going to be very different. Those who want to go out there and actually grind and actually make something, they're going to be just fine. And men are going to be making more money because men are going to be like working fewer hours and more choosy about the kinds of work that they do. It's going to basically allow them to say, okay, well, oh, you need someone to do construction. Well, that's going to be $100 an hour. And this inflation, think about it. They want you to risk your health and everything else to do these jobs, right? It's very easy for you to say, I want 100. Yeah, if you want me to do this job, it's going to be $100 an hour, or I can, or I can just go somewhere else. And it doesn't matter if they rant at you or rave at you or whatever. You don't care. You don't give a damn. So you're gonna have men out there charging $100 an hour especially when you have guys who do, like, they have very specific skill sets, and Gen Z is not, they're not taking these jobs, and the boomers and even an older Gen Xers are aging out of these positions. It's gonna, you're gonna have a lot of opportunity for guys to kill it out there. And if they need someone to do this job, and you step up and say, well, it's going to be $100 an hour, and they're like, that's way too much. You're like, well, let's see, how much were they paying for this job before the events of 2020? 50 an hour. And the cost of food has gone up by like 4 times. Rent has doubled, and you're arguing over $100 an hour. All right, guess what? Now it's 200. Are you out of your damn mind? Now it's 200. All right. If you would like me to take a job, now it's $200 an hour. And they can basically, they have 2 choices. They can either give you the job, or they can leave it, or they can say, oh, well, forget it. And guess what? Now they don't have enough people to do the job. That's what's going to end up happening. Men are basically going to have a lot more power, because we're not getting married, we're not having children, so we don't have to worry so much about money anymore. We can pick and choose the jobs that we take. And because the labor market is beginning to dry up and no one wants to work anymore, for those men that will still actually work and have these skill sets that are necessary to do a lot of essential jobs, it's really over. It's really over. There's going to be so much money to be made. And for women are not going to enter these fields. Women are not going to go do construction. Women are not going to go work on oil fields, all right? These guys work in oil fields. These guys work in mines. They're going to be out there demanding like $300 an hour, or they'll literally say, okay, well, listen, you don't want to pay me this, then go have AI do it for you. Go hire, have AI do it for you. That's really how it is. That's really how it is, guys. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy. A lot of women are going to find themselves in poverty, destitution, homeless, struggling for survival. And a lot of it's going to be as a result of the fact that the state can no longer subsidize their living. And women made that decision for themselves. They were not designed to live without a husband, and that's something that that's the reality they're going to have to experience now because of the poor choices that they've made. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Men going their own way are replacing women. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA Men Walking Away. And cheers.